Hello and welcome to this lesson, PineScript Execution Model. In this lesson, we're going to cover several topics. I'm going to explain fundamentals of the execution model of PineScript. I'm going to explain the difference between historical and real-time bars and how PineScript is executed on both of these type of bars. Then I'm going to explain the events triggering script execution. After that, I'll cover some additional considerations in script execution, and also I will unveil repainting phenomenon. So let's begin. Let's review in details the execution model of the PineScript. Let's picture this. The PineScript code, inactive after compilation, comes to life when PineScript's runtime executes it, and that is triggering by pivotal events. Now let's take a look at the historical bars calculations and how the script is executed on historical bars. When script loads on the chart, it is applied on historical bars first, utilizing OHLCV values on each bar. OHLCV is abbreviation of open, high, low, close, volume. This is all the data of a bar. Navigating through time in chart, we can scroll through bars, loading historical data until the data set's beginning of the chart or you hit the account's bars limit. A script starts executing on the first historical bar, index 0, initializing variables for subsequent lines. As it sequentially executes in a loop on close price of each historical bar, the script calculates based on OHLCV values on each bar and plots its outputs. The performance continues bar by bar until reaching the latest in the dataset. Now let's switch to the real-time bars. They work differently. In this dynamic show, scripts undergo constant recalculations, responding to every tick in the real-time bar. Before each update, variables roll back, ensuring scripts starts afresh. This rollback dance resets plot elements too. Real-time bars showcase script iterations triggered by updates, allowing for variable changes and creating a responsive script. On this stage, scripts perform at the bars open and with each update capturing the ever-changing market. Before every update, rollback resets the variables to the prior bar's state. A clean state ensures accurate calculations. The last script execution at the bar's close solidifies variables, concluding the real-time performance. Now let's take a look at this chart. It's important to realize on what kind of chart you try to analyze the bars execution, the script's execution. Is it a real-time chart? Is it an active chart or inactive chart? Active chart meaning that chart is being updated live. It means that new data coming and updating the chart. This chart you see on the screen is Ethereum chart, and this chart is always active 24/7. Well, it means that the very right the very right bar on this chart is always being updated. All other bars on the left are historical bars. And the very right bar on this chart is real-time bar, because it's constantly being updated. New trades coming up and new volume updates coming up, updating this chart at this specific bar, the real-time bar. So the very right bar is on active chart is always real-time bar. All other bars on the left are historical bars. Now, let's discuss the events triggering the script execution. So let's say we have a script over here. So we have a script, and let's review how it's being updated. So now let's talk about triggers. Various events set scripts into motion on the complete bar set. So the script is being executed during following events. A new symbol or time frame is loaded to the chart. For example, I changed the symbol from Ethereum to Bitcoin. And after that, the script that we have applied to this chart, in this case, the MACD simple strategy script, when we trigger the script execution by changing the symbol, for example, for this chart, that script is started to be executed from the very first bar on this chart, and on each bar on this chart up until the very right bar on this chart, which is the real-time bar, right? And on the real-time bar, it's gonna get executed on each change of that bar. That bar is being changed on every tick or on every volume change on that bar. So the second case whenever script is being executed is whenever you change, for example, time frame on the chart. After that, another triggers, a script is saved or added to the chart, right? When we, for example, go to the script, do some changes, save it, then scripts is being executed again. Or whenever we have a new script and add it to the chart, then scripts is being executed again. After that, the value, if the value is modified, value of a certain settings are modified of the script, right? We get the properties of the strategy and we change some properties, then this script is being executed again. Or when browser refresh event is detected, this happens when you refresh your browser. When trading's active, scripts execute on real-time bars due to events or updates, reacting to a dynamic market's changes. Untouched charts during active markets leave a trail of elapsed real-time bars, confirmed but yet to perform on historical scripts. For deeper insights about Pine script execution, we can explore important function, bar state function and that function your guide to script execution types. These variables distinguish elapsed real-time and historical bars. Now let's take a look at some possible variations of this function. So this function is bar state, and after dot it has different function. For example, bar state is first. You can check this built-in function if you need to detect if the current bar is very first bar on the chart. You can use this function in order to detect in your script, to detect if certain bar that is being executed by your script is that a first bar on the chart. Bar state is last, to detect the last bar on the chart. Bar state is history, to detect historical bar. Bar state is real time, obviously, to detect real time bar. Bar state is new, to detect very first tick on the real time bar, or it's always true on each historical bar. Bar state is confirmed when the last tick on the real-time bar happen. And it's always true on historical bars. And is last confirmed history, it means that the historical bar is confirmed after the real bar time closed. Now, let's unreveal repainting phenomenon. This is something that we should consider when we build PineScript. This phenomenon unveils itself when script calculations on historical bars might differ from post-real-time transition. Slight difference on OH-LCV values during transitions contribute to script behavior shifts. And you need to consider that. Consider repainting when you develop your PineScript. In conclusion, in this lesson, we studied PineScript execution model fundamentals, differences of script executing on real and historical bars, events that trigger script execution, and repainting phenomenon. Powered by this knowledge, we can develop PineScripts, and that is definitely will contribute to our mastering of the PineScripts development. This is the end of the lesson, and I will see you in the next one.